Hi everyone, my name is Mandy Berger. This is my intro video for EDL 850 School Law. So I want to start off with a little bit about me. I am married to a farmer. We have 4 girls. We live on a farm north of Sylvan Grove, Kansas. If you know where Wilson Lake is, we're north of there. Our 4 girls, one is a freshman in college. She is living in Fort Collins, Colorado, being a nanny and doing school online through Fort Hays. And then I have a 6th grader, an 8th grader, and a 3-year-old, so we stay pretty busy. We raise cows, and our girls are in 4-H, so they do pigs and sheep. And then we have one dog named Macy. My husband raises wheat, beans, and Milo. So right now we're kind of in our busy season. We are just finishing up beans. He will go right into drilling wheat and then cutting Milo. So a little bit more about me personally. I teach at USD 299 Sylvan Lucas Unified. This is my 4th year as a full-time teacher. I was part-time for a while, approximately 3 years. And then before that, I subbed full-time for the school district for 2 years, and then just subbed before that, just whenever they needed me. I currently teach English at the 7th grade, 8th grade, and senior level. And then I also teach FACS, which I love and I would like to do full time, but we're a small school. So for right now, I teach 8th grade FACS, and then I have 2 high school FACS classes, and then I have one culinary college class that I got licensed to teach, and I really enjoy that. I'm also continuing my education, seeking my master's degree for building administration to become a building principal through Fort Hays. Like I mentioned, we are a small school, 1A, made up of 5 small communities. Roughly have 100 kids in our high school. So, our class sizes are pretty nice size. As far as critiquing my school administration and how much they communicate with us about the school laws and open, it's not like they sit down and say specifically, this is a law, this is what this pertains to. We do have yearly trainings and several times throughout the year. And those yearly trainings cover our KISA accreditations and what we're doing and working towards to meeting those goals. We also cover during those yearly trainings safety issues and how to provide the safest environment for our students and how we go about that and how it looks. We also, as teachers, have online trainings that we have to do. We have first aid, we have CPR, and as a coach, and I know the other coaches in the building, we do a blood pathogen and a heat test that is required. And then we also have the drills. We do fire drills and tornado drills. And then we also started last year implementing different types of crisis drills, whether it's a lockdown, if there's, someone in the building, or lock down someone out of the building. I think we did a different type of crisis drill once a month last year. This year we're not doing them quite as often, but we are doing them, and I think it's great because sadly the world we're living in right now, we just need to be prepared, and I think that is a good thing that schools are having to do. And then IEPs, our administrator and our principals are really good at, I do think, getting the information across on IEPs and what the law is and what we as educators are required to do to ensure those students are getting the help that they need, and that the modifications and accommodations are being made like they should. And I do think they do a good job, which I know this doesn't tie into laws, but I think they do a very good job going over our personal district policies and what us as educators need to do to meet those. And then as far as my own personal knowledge, I definitely know a little. I don't know a lot. I know I need to learn more to go into becoming a principal. I do feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable on the safe environment and what I need to do in my own classroom, and even when I'm out and about in the school, to provide that safe environment for all the students. Trainings, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a coach and I'm also a sponsor, so I understand the importance of trainings and what educators have to do to make sure that their knowledge every year is up to date and that they are comfortable with what we're asking them to do. I'm also aware of HIPAA and FERPA. And then being a mandated reporter is very important. And I think something that, although it might not be talked about often, it is something that all teachers need to be aware of. And sadly, more and more teachers are having to report, and they need to know the seriousness of it, and that it might happen at some point in time in their job. And as far as my plan, I personally would just like a better understanding of the laws. Like I mentioned, I know some, and our administrators are very good about talking to us, but it's not like we just have a training strictly to go over the laws. So just a better understanding of everything, and I feel like I can do that through my own personal research, not only with this class, just in general, and also, communication with my administrators. I think that is a better way and probably one of the best ways to get a better understanding of the laws on how they pertain to our district. I also think a good plan and a good way to build my knowledge is, with this class, to interact with my peers. When we have, our discussions where we have to post, I think it's great to learn from their experiences, and they, them or their administrators might have experienced something we or our administrators haven't. And I think that's just a great way to get that extra information. And then, I also just plan to continue to provide a safe environment for my students while I learn, because I think that is one of the most important things we can do for them. And I'm excited to see what I'll learn from this class. Thank you.